Well, my dad was a guitar player, and I did see a picture of Motley Crue when I was in 4th grade, and they're wearing spikes and stuff, and I was like, what are they doing? What's happening? And I remember I asked my dad, I was like, hey, how much does it cost to play a show in front of everybody? He goes, you get paid to, I was like, huh? Hello, this is Keeley Davis with At the Drive-In. I've played a lot of hollow body guitars, and I played a certain style for a while, and I had gotten a Electromatic like 6 years ago or something like that, and it went all over this one record, even though it was one of the deeper hollow bodies. It had the floating bridge. It wasn't much of a live guitar for me because I tend to play more energetic rock stuff where that bridge would, things would have gone a little bit haywire, and I'm not very forgiving to guitars. But the sound made it all over this record, so I was a huge fan. Then, I guess, 6 years later, for this music, for At the Drive-In, I've been in this band for a year, and I didn't play on previous records, and I was trying to capture what these previous records had, which was a humbucker sound and pretty in your face. And I just happened to look at Gretsch, and I saw this guitar. I think it just came out, maybe a month. And so I saw that first off, that it was not as deep, and then it had the fixed bridge and the humbuckers, and I was like, okay, I definitely have to try this out. And then the fact that I'm a huge fan of there not being the strap on the back of the neck, because I don't like the floppy. I play kind of low too, so I'm not a fan of the floppiness. So yeah, that brought me to it, and I got this guitar, and immediately felt super comfortable with it, because I had played the same guitar for maybe 10 years. Then tried this, and the position of it and the neck feel, I quickly understood this guitar, really quickly. I mean, one thing I love that the volume knob's right here, because I'd like to do a lot of pretend like I have a tremolo pedal, and I do it more with this, so it's nice when I'm strumming that I can kind of get that motion going. I like that this is here. So you can do a lot of non-guitar things with it, like rhythmic things. Like I like to do just more rhythmic things and messing with how the tone goes with the beat of the drums and things like that. So this is an instrument with many aspects I like. And the pickups I definitely loved, and it definitely fit what I was speaking of earlier, the old At the Drive-In sound. And then we started a new record, and quickly as we were writing it, still following the same, and this is 17 years later, this new record is 17 years since the last record, but we still wanted to keep it very similar to the last record. But as I was playing these parts, I kept hearing more of a single coil sound. So then I got this one. I'm a huge fan of black. Once the black version came out, I was like, yeah, I must have that. And then we threw some, I think they call them the T90s, so it's like a P90 version with the single coils. And this thing really cuts, as the humbucker will definitely sustain, and it's really fat. And this thing kind of rips your skin a little bit, and it's angry, and I like that. I like that it's noisy. I like everything about that. The new album is called Inter Alia. This guitar is all over it, and I would say it definitely we had a pick of many guitars. We had things from Tellys to Les Pauls to everything that was just in the studio. This kept coming back because it just had a more unique sound, but still fit within the band dynamic. There's two guitars, and yeah, I think this just every time cut just right. It fit in that mold perfectly as like a rhythm, and then sometimes just cutting lead stuff that's just more like feedbacky, angry. One thing I'm a big fan of this guitar is that I can bring it into a live setting with very loud amps, and any other hollow body I've had, it's just a whoom immediately. I mean, I'm literally holding this the entire time. So the center block in here just completely gets rid of that. I mean, I have a compressor pedal. I'm a lot of output is coming out, and then there's no feedback until I want it. I mean, I do like feedback. I love noise, but I want it when I want it, and not just that annoying, the brown note. I don't want that. So, yeah, I can control it. Well, I definitely fell in love with just the original Gretsch. Like, so when I got that Electromatic, I loved how woody it sounded. I loved just like the low E string had just such an insane sound without getting really muddy. When you're in the neck pickup, it just cut but had this really smooth sound. It was very dynamic. You could play soft and then get loud. So I definitely love that Electromatic, and that's why I fell in love with the Gretsch sound for that hollow body sound. And then this, I think, is a more modern approach to that. So this is a really good rock guitar. When this came out, it's definitely perfect for a rock player. I mean, it can hold a beating. It's the fact that this is so solid, it doesn't feed back. I'm a huge fan. This green is amazing, and I don't think it normally comes with the tailpiece like that in this one, but I begged that I could get this version without the tremolo. So I was a huge fan of this. I mean, they're hot. They're really hot. So yeah, I'm a huge fan for sure. And I tend to not want to be very flashy. I don't like a lot of glitz, I guess. So I like the fact that this has a very low-key vibe. I mean, it looks like someone literally just drew Gretsch on here. The pick guard is really simple. It doesn't have a lot of extra stuff to it. So I really like that. I like these knobs. I literally saw the price later and was so surprised that the price point is amazing. I don't know of many hollow body guitars that are like that play really well, and they stay playable for a long time. I mean, normally the neck just goes nuts and whatever, but yeah, it's crazy what you can get.